This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian. And
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit, Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
This is the owner of Capital Championship Wrestling, Marchello Squirewell, and you're now listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. The trusted choice of entering all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J. And it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the owner of Capital Championship Wrestling, Marchello Squirewell.
Hey, how you doing? That was one heck of a introduction.
What we like to do at Big here on Wrestling With.
I get it. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And what's coming up next for you?
Well, right now, we're getting ready for this upcoming Saturday, which is November 12th. That'd be our payback show. We got a huge lineup of live, unbelievable action, ready, to rock and roll. So we're getting ready for our big show. And just zoning out and can't wait.
Absolutely. And I've seen that you will be bringing a one Billy Starks very soon.
Yes, really soon. Absolutely. Extremely talented, hardworking young lady. Just been added to, Capital Championship Wrestling, roster, along with everybody else who's extremely, amazing and talented. So really, a lot of people are really excited to, for her to make her debut, and we're excited as well.
And of course, where can we find you on all social media?
Well, if you go to Twitter and Instagram, it's CCW Action on Twitter and Instagram. And if you go to our YouTube page, you can just search Capital Championship Wrestling, and we will pop right up.
And you have a website as well.
Yeah, you go to Capital Championship Wrestling, .com, things like that. Also, we're on Title Match Network. You can find our shows on there. You can catch a good amount of our matches on Title Match YouTube channel. If you're looking to check out some Capital Championship Wrestling, you can definitely check out some of our amazing talent on Title Match YouTube channel.
And no need to look for those. All of those links will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox. All right. Let's get the controversial stuff out of the way at the beginning. When is Becca getting her championship match again? Her rematch.
I'm sorry. Say it again. You cut it in and out. I'm sorry. Say it again.
When is Becca getting her rematch for the CCW title?
Soon. Right now, she has a little problem with Vita Von Starr because she was so close to becoming the CCW champion. Vita Von Starr had a problem with Kilynn King. Had a chair, went to go hit Kilynn King, but ended up hitting Becca with the chair. And causing, that caused Becca to match. So, a payback, it'll be Vita Von Starr versus Becca for the CCW Network Championship. So she's in the hunt right now. I think she's got to handle some business with Vita Von Starr because she didn't take that very well. She was very upset that she was so close and somebody calls her, the opportunity.
Okay, so after she beats Vita for the network championship, she'll get Kilynn again.
Yeah, possibly, absolutely. Possibly. She's in the hunt for everything. Becca has done a lot of amazing, things. With Capital Championship Wrestling, she came in with her tag team partner Riley Shepard. They won the Capital Cup. She's done a lot of amazing things. Had an amazing triple threat match with Kilynn King and Markova, which was amazing. Match. It was unbelievable. So she's taken CCW by storm, and is planning on definitely adding more to her resume at Capital Championship Wrestling.
Definitely, and we love Becca on the show. We even sponsored her for the Misery event.
Yes.
So thought she was gonna win the championship. Vita Von Starr, Becca, get her at the next event. Get the next championship. And then you gotta book her against Kilynn again. We need the rematch.
Hey, a lot of people's calling for it, and things like that. So you just never know what you're going to get. Definitely will probably be something happening, sooner than later. But right now, I think she's laser beam focused on Vita Von Starr, and because she's going against her for the CCW Network Championship, so that should be a banger. But she's playing no games. She came into Capital Championship Wrestling, on fire. Just she has a lot of things to do with Capital, and letting everybody know that she's here to stay, and she's one of the main players here at CCW.
And like you said, she won the cup with the Capital Cup with Riley Shepard. That
Yes.
wasn't initially Becca. That was Devlin McCaffrey, correct?
Correct. So Riley Shepard and Devlin started the tournament off. They advanced to the next round, and Devlin had some other situations she had to take care of, and was not able to attend, the next round. So Riley Shepard chose a partner, and it was Becca. And, they came in and, they won a tournament and things like that. And when everything was looking great, Riley goes down with an injury, and, she sidelined, for a little bit. But what's most interesting is like Becca still.
Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, so after they won the tournament, they had an opportunity to go for the tag team titles anytime they wanted to. And when everything was, looking all great, Riley Shepard got injured, and she sidelined for a while. So she can do many things, Becca. Does she wait for Riley Shepard to come back? All right, and they finish what they started, or will Devlin show up and say, "Hey, look, I'm due this opportunity as well because I'm the one who started this tournament, with Riley." Or will, Becca choose a partner and just say, "Hey, to hell with it. I'm just going to go after them, those tag titles." So you just never know. Becca's in a situation right now, so we're a lot of great things are going for her. She go ahead.
Becca could potentially be holding 3 titles in CCW.
You know what? You never know. Again, you never know. It's possible. It's possible she can make history and do that. I mean, you just never know. Again, she had an amazing match in Misery, triple threat match, and almost became the CCW champion. She's going, for the network championship match against Vita Von Starr at Payback on November 12th. So, I mean, she's hit the ground and running, and trying to take full advantage of every single opportunity that's given to her. Very talented. hardworking, individual. So, the future is very bright, for the pop star.
Yes. And like, obviously, unfortunately, Mukabe wasn't able to compete and Riley got injured. As a
Hmm.
promoter, how do you deal with, when things don't go to plan per se?
That's just according to life, right? You just got to be ready, and just be ready to rock and roll because in life, nothing always go 100%. I mean, it'd be great if it does. Things happen. Injuries happen.
Yes.
Uh, you know, Family situations happen. So you just got to do the best you can possibly do, and be able to maneuver the best way you can possibly maneuver. But you have to be ready to rock and roll when that happens because sometimes you might have, um, you might know ahead of time or you might know right the day of you just got to be ready to go. So with me, it's just going with the next best option, you know what I mean, and being able to keep the show going, so to speak. But we have amazing talent, who gives their blood, sweat, and tears each time they set foot in the square circle. So um very excited about what's to come, for all of them.
Oh, for sure. That being said, can you tell us about your promotion, CCW?
Well, yeah, we're CCW is an all female promotion. Our events are in Houston, Delaware, and things like that. So we do our best to put on the best product we could possibly put on. Um, Everybody who competes is somebody who's you know looking to basically go against the best of the best, each and every single time. So we're very thankful for the roster that we have, and all that everybody has done. You think our inaugural champions right now, Kilynn King still holds the CCW championship. The Renegade Twins hold the tag team titles, and they just passed a year of being, the Capital Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions. So that's one hell of a milestone. Not only they're the inaugural champions, but they make history again by holding those titles for a year. That's pretty impressive. So and then Kilynn King's coming up on a year, here soon as well. So man, they're definitely fighting champions and they're doing what they have to do. Vita Von Starr has done, really well with the network championship. And then, Rebecca Scott, the global fighting champion, is is always looking to quote unquote choke somebody out. So, the champions are really holding it down. And, it's going to be a challenge for anyone who, comes into Capital and challenge them for their title and, walk away from it, walk away with the belt. Yeah. So amazing champions, and we'll see, what happens next,
Now, I have noticed, and we'll talk about Kylan in a moment. Like
Mhm.
CCW does like genuinely a lot of heart that comes into it, and just a lot of genuineness to it that maybe you don't necessarily see with every company. Where do you attribute all that heart and love that CCW has gotten and has given in this past year since you've been running?
Man, it's been truly amazing. The fan base has been incredible. And I say it's all to, our talent. Our talent loves Capital Championship Wrestling. You know, um, I mean, they take it very serious. Every time they step foot in that ring, they give everything they have. Their blood, sweat, and tears, like I said before. Um, and I'm very thankful that they love being a part of, CCW, and to have talent like that who is willing to go above and beyond and give everything that they have for your company is truly amazing. I'm just at awe, thinking about it, because the love and support that we receive from fans from all over is truly amazing. And I'm very thankful, for that. So each and every time we have a show, we make sure to give 110%, and also thank each and every last one of the fans who show support, to us. So we just love that everybody's, enjoying the product and, supporting Capital Championship Wrestling.
All right. Well, let's get into your champions. Can you tell us why Kilynn King was the right person to be the first person to represent CCW and put the strap on her?
She earned it, Yeah.
Can you tell us?
Like I said, go ahead.
Yeah, you said she earned it.
Yeah, she earned it. She's an extremely hard worker. All that she's done, for Capital is, being an inaugural champion and representing the brand. Like, she represents the brand really well, and has been an outstanding, champion. And so, she's always looking for the fight and always willing to put her title up online, because that's what she wants. She wants the best of the best. If you want some, come get some. So, that's what, I'm proud of her. She's truly an amazing, not only an amazing wrestler, but an amazing person.
That's awesome. Let's talk about the global fighting champion, Rebecca Scott. Why was she the best person to be the first person to hold that title?
Well, again, she earned it. She's somebody who's another, hard worker and represents the brand to the fullest. CCW, she says, is her home. She's a day oneer. She's been there since day one. For somebody who got injured and was out for a while and was able to bounce back in a major way to become the inaugural global fighting champion is truly inspiring, to be honest with you. She came back with a new chip on her shoulder, a new little attitude. Whoever's in her way, she's willing to mow them right over. So, she's somebody who's, going to get what she wants. If she don't get, she's going to take it from you. If you don't give it to her, she's going to take it from you. So if you got a problem with her or whatever the case may be, you can handle it with her. She says, whoever wants some, hey, I'm right here. So she's a fighter. She's a fighter, and she doesn't go down easy. So she's been back. She's been undefeated. Beating some amazing talent. So she's been on fire since she's been back, and has not cooled off.
Well, could you tell us about because obviously the CCW champion is your main title. Network title, I'm assuming, is because of the Fighting Network. Where does Global Fighting Championship come from? The name.
So so we were sitting here. I was sitting here and I was thinking, when I was trying to create, a different title. And I sat there and I had the idea on what I wanted to do, as far as the Global Fighting Champion ship is concerned. So I was sitting there trying to think of a name, and a buddy of mine, Remy Blue, I was talking to him, and I was we was brainstorming because I wanted something different. I didn't want something to be, the same as everybody else. I needed to call it something because what it represents. And, he actually gave the name, and I was like, I love it. You know, I love it. Yeah, let's go with that. Global Fighting Champion. Absolutely, let's go with that because you know, I wanted to when I was coming up and thinking about the whole idea for the championship is not only I want this championship to be a fighting championship, but this championship can be defended in Japan, Germany, all over. It doesn't even matter. It's a global fighting championship. It can be defended everywhere. At any promotion. So I really wanted to put a stamp on it, and with that name, it really gives it that that it needs.
No, I dig it. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
And then,
appreciate it.
of course, Vita Von Starr, the network champion.
Chaos.
And that's the nicest word you could use.
Yeah. I mean, someone who is just looking to. You're talking about taking over. She's built a cult within Capital Championship Wrestling, and has made people's lives a living hell. She's just pure evil. Just pure evil, and just doesn't give a damn. But besides that, I would say very talented, very hardworking, and somebody else who's been there since day one, which I really appreciated, the hard work and stuff like that. She's just evil. so sometimes I have a problem with, like, oh my goodness, she gives me a headache, but she's another fighter.
Now, a lot of these girls, that's been day one, they're recognizable names. They're big names on the independents. What does it kind of mean to you that, starting from zero, all of these girls have kind of believed in you and took a chance on your promotion, and now call it a home?
Oh man, for me, it's unbelievable because it's like we took a chance on each other. Like you said before, it started from nothing. Just an idea, a plan and stuff like that, and I just wanted to make sure I had the right pieces. And so all of my day ones, who were there, had a vision, saw my vision. I told them my vision, saw my vision, believed in the vision. And they've been here ever since. And to see how we've grown as a company, but to see how they've grown as not only professional wrestlers, as people, period, is truly amazing to me. I sit back, and I smile because I'm very proud of all of them because they bust their to get to where they are today. And for them to still love and still be the same people, and still have love for the company, it shows you what type of individuals they are. So I'm very proud of everything we accomplished thus far and continue to accomplish. It's truly amazing to see them grow and in their journeys, the journeys that they're going on as well. But we ride for each other. We're all for one for all.
Now, you started the promotion in August of 2021. Did the pandemic affect running at all?
No. In certain spots, not for us though. I mean, we did have, a month or two to where they were, things were getting out of control, and they were, talking about, vaccinations. When I say they, I talk about the commission, and things like that. They were talking about, having everybody show their ID to see if they're vaccinated, or if they were not vaccinated, they would have to wear a mask and things like that. And that's within the ring and stuff like that. as well. So, but as we rolled around, to that time, things lifted up and we were okay. So we didn't have to, go through that.
That's perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about a perfect time to start a promotion.
Yeah. It's a perfect time to start a promotion. But the promotion was getting going, before then as well. I had time to think about it. What was my vision? What did I want? What did I want to, represent and see? I want people to know that women's wrestling is unbelievable. The stories, that we tell, and the athletic ability that they have. They're not, people just look at it as eye candy, but they're badasses.
Oh yeah.
They go out there and they give their blood, sweat, and tears just like everyone else. And I want you to see them for what they are, and that's professional wrestlers. This past year and things like that, I think they represented that pretty well. When people look at, someone as Kilynn King, the Renegade Twins, Vita Von Starr, Rebecca Scott, people of those calibers, you think like, wow, they can work. They can go. And, right now we're also, sitting back and waiting. Another somebody who's been there since day one, I can't leave this individual out, is Megan Dane. She's been sidelined and, been doing what she got to do, rehabbing, getting herself back together. So, the Megasis will be back sooner than later.
Now, you mentioned, what your vision for CCW is. What are we seeing your vision at its fullest extent right now, or is there more to your vision? And do you get more visions going forward?
There's definitely more to it. Definitely more to it. But so far to see, where we were to where we are now is it's a dream come true. It's a dream come true. And to see the other female promotions and what they're doing and how they're doing things is you sit back and you just cheer. You say, "Oh, outstanding, great job," because that's what it's all about. It's uplifting and cheering for each other. As promoters, as wrestlers, we have to be there and cheer for each other. We're not against each other, at least in my book. I'm not against anybody. I wish everybody the best. If you're a female promotion, doing your thing, and I'm cheering because we're all on the same team. And at the end of the day, we're trying to uplift, female wrestling and everything like that. So, but it's been great, thus far. I think a lot of people are doing their thing, and I'm very proud of that. Putting female wrestling on the map, and we're just working extremely hard. Trying to do what we got to do to let people know that once again, women's wrestling is truly amazing.
Oh, for sure. Now, what's something you know now about promoting that you didn't know when you first started that you really wish you did know?
The headaches. What I mean by that is, the life of a promoter is totally different than the life of a wrestler, right? Because, I'm not, wrestlers put all their blood, sweat, and tears within the job and doing what they have to do. But as a promoter, you're on 24/7. I said the wrestlers are not on 24/7, but you got to worry about a lot of things, a whole lot of things. I think when I first started, I didn't realize how much of a job, it is being a promoter, booker, and all that other stuff. It's definitely a job. It's definitely a job. I mean, you're constantly busy and stuff like that. But I've learned to I don't want to say master it, but it's gotten way better than what it was. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's work that I absolutely love, and I appreciate.
So basically, those new gray hairs.
Yeah, definitely sprinkling more in the beard and things like that. But
At the
it
end of the
definitely
day, it's
popped
worth
up
it.
for it. That's a good way to put it. but it's well worth it. It's something that I've always dreamt about. As a youngster, doing, and I think I'm living my dream. I'm definitely living my dream.
I can imagine that, after, like you said, the headaches, the gray hair, dealing with everybody, getting everything together, when the show actually goes on, it's a very rewarding feeling.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, I have a great team as well, so but yes, and what I mean by that is like, I'm such a perfectionist. Like I want things to go, like this. So I put a lot on myself. That's what I mean by, there's a lot and things like that because I put so much on myself. But that's just me. I do that to myself. But I have a great great people, surrounding, and that's a part of Capital Championship Wrestling that contribute, as well. So, we just doing what we got to do. So, but that's what I mean by that. When it's like, oh, it's a lot of work, the gravy and stuff like that. But again, I put a lot on myself, so I cause a lot of problem, and that's on me. But other than that, it's not. It's very rewarding. I love it, and I truly appreciate it, But especially, when everything comes full circle, the day of the show, and everything. So I'm very, very grateful for everything. Very grateful.
And it's not just all female wrestling. There's female announcer and commentators. Somebody that we love on the show, Sam Latorna, has been a part of CCW. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
Absolutely.
Alyssa Marino and Ella J. Can you speak to those three girls?
So if I had to describe those three, I would say blue collar. Constantly at it. I mean, they put 1,000% into what they do. Not 100%, not 200%. I mean, 1,000% into what they do. And I'm very, very thankful, for them. I mean, they also have extremely busy schedules. But,
killing it as of late.
say it again.
Sam has been killing it all over the place.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The ultimate professional. I mean, again, they're all three are just go-getters. They work extremely hard. Very, very proud and honored to have them a part of Capital Championship Wrestling. They've done so much and continue to do so much for CCW. And, just they're just they're just workers, man. I mean, that's just the best way I can put it. I mean, not only they represent the company and do what they have to do, but they're grinders, man. Like literally, that's the definition, man. If you want somebody's coming along, whether you're, a commentator or ring announcer or trying to learn how to do podcasts and things like that, because we have all that stuff in Capital. I would recommend you learn from those three. Because they're going to teach you, how to get it done, but they're going to teach you the work, how to work hard and what to do to get you to where you need to go. So very thankful for them and all that they do.
All right, let's play a little word association. All right, I'll give you a name and you tell me the first word that comes to mind. Kilynn King.
Grinder.
Rebecca Scott.
Feisty.
Robin Renegade.
Tough.
Charlotte.
I wish I could. Can I use the same word?
I'll allow it. Sure.
Rough. Rough and tough.
There you go. Rough and tough. Kayla Sparks.
Sunshine.
Vita Von Starr.
Hardworking. Dedicated. Amazing. Sorry, I gave a lot for her.
No, I completely dig it. Vita Von Starr.
Evil.
Becca.
Smart ass. Talented. Along with everyone else. Talented, but extremely talented. Yeah.
Put some respect on the name. She's going to be holding 3 championships for your company soon.
She's truly amazing. Like what I mean by smart ass, I mean like with her opponents,
Yes.
And things like that. But Becca is a star.
Yes, absolutely. And our last one, Christina Marie.
Man, I know I use evil. I know I use rough. I know I use tough. Christina Marie is, I would say, I use so many different names. I mean, this is because all of my girls are extremely gifted. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, oh man, I use that. Like I got to come up with something different. Brawler. This is straight like somebody that you just don't want when you piss her off. You don't want to meet her in the dark alley. Looking to destroy whoever gets in the ring with her. So I would say, she's a straight brawler.
All right, sweet. All right, I think it's time for that segment once again. Marchello's Bizarre Adventure. You're in the pro wrestling world and weird, crazy, bizarre things are about to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Weird and crazy things are about to happen. I say from a promoter standpoint, I was on my way to a show and, I got a phone call from a talent and they told me, that their car broke down. And so I'm like, oh my goodness. First and foremost, I don't care anything about nothing else. I'm worried about the individual. Period. We'll handle everything else. So I'm worried about the individual. So that individual could not make the show. And I said, okay, as long as everything's good, who cares, about that? I just want you to be safe. And that individual ended up being safe and things like that. But I say about 20 minutes later, I got another phone call with another wrestler saying the same exact thing, right? So I'm like, oh my goodness, again, I care about them being safe more than anything else. I'll make adjustments and changes accordingly, and that'll be taken care of. But I was more worried about their well-being than anything else. But that was a moment I was like, oh my goodness, and it was crazy, but it was ended up working out and taking care of everything. Was able to put a different match together, and most importantly, those two made it home safe.
Oh, absolutely. What, did they hit the same pothole? What happened?
I don't know. It was just one of them days, one of them crazy days that you're like, oh my goodness, what else could happen? That type of thing. But again, wrestling's wrestling. We're a family over here, and I was just more worried about their well-being than anything else. And they were good, so that made me happy.
And what about, because you was a wrestler, any weird, crazy, bizarre things happen while you was performing?
While I was performing, weird, crazy thing. Let me think. I can't think of nothing right off, but I definitely have some stories, but I can't think of nothing that comes to mind that right now.
All right, fair enough. Now, you know, obviously CCW is an all women's promotion. Has it
Uh-huh.
ever been discussed to bring in a male wrestler, or have you ever came close to bringing in a male wrestler?
No. No, we've been strictly, female, and female only. That's what we set out to do, in the beginning, and I'm sticking with that for now. I mean, you never know, that I don't want to say never, you know what I mean? But, I'm pretty close to saying never. We are what we are, and we love what we are, and this is a all female platform. Yeah.
Interesting. Not even as like a one-off intergender.
You know, probably not. I've been thinking. It's been brought to my attention. I've been thinking about it and things like that. But as of right now, I will have to say that'll be held to the no.
All right. Now, you are a father of daughters.
Yeah.
What do you want to show your daughters when you run CCW?
That women are powerful. That you're in a locker room full of amazing athletes, and these are women who are strong individuals, and I want them to see that, and how they carry themselves not only as athletes but as business, women, and things like that, and how much that how hard they work to get to where they are today, how hard they work for the brand. And knowing that they love what they do, and they love Capital Championship Wrestling. I want them to see all of that. I think it sends a very, very powerful message, especially to a younger lady who's in the audience, looking, who loves wrestling, and looking for those role models, and they're right there. To them, they're bigger than life, and to be able to see that, and get to meet these superstars, is pretty awesome. So whether it's my kids looking and seeing all of this, or as somebody who's in the crowd looking and be able to witness and all of this stuff, that's what it's all about. It's all about impacting and changing lives. So one of my biggest reasons, someone, we said something about the intergender thing. One of my biggest reasons, and this is, a lot of people have different beliefs on a lot of stuff, and and it is what it is. But if that was to happen, I mean, I think that no male, we teach this stuff, but we don't really apply it. Again, I'm not saying anything about anybody else, but I'm just saying, like, my personal beliefs. But to see a male strike a woman and stuff like that, and you got younger kids in the crowd, well, what kind of message will that send?
Right.
You see what I mean? Or what kind of like nerve would you hit? Because you might do it, and then maybe somebody was abused, whether it's an older person, looking at it, and then maybe it brings back memories, or whatever like that. You never know, with those things. Again, I don't have a problem with anything. What people choose to do is what people choose to do. But for me, I look at all angles of everything. If I say that we're all female promotion, then we're all female promotion. Built on very strong, outgoing, amazing, professional women. This is what is built on, and that's what we're going to represent. So, I think of all those things, and so that's for me right now. That's why I sit back and I'm like, nah, because we're a family friendly, show. But if we teach family friendly, we got to practice what we preach.
Right.
We're family friendly, but then if we go ahead and you turn a show and you know, a male is hitting a female in the face or slamming her, throwing her around the ring, again, what type of message am I sending as a promoter? You know, saying they just a family friendly show and blah blah blah. You know, you just never know. You got to think about those people who had to witness and go through being abused. You know, or those little situations. So I take that very serious, because you just never know what type of nerve you're going to hit when somebody comes across that. You know what I mean?
No, I absolutely understand that.
I never ever broke that down to anybody. That's pretty because people are like, why won't you do it? Why don't you do it? And blah, blah, blah. You know, those are the reasons because, you know, I'm being very selfless. It's not about, you know, me doing it like, yeah, I want this. Because I can be like, yeah, I want to do this. I'm going to do it. And this is what we're going to do. But I'm thinking about the other people, you know, the people who had to go through that type of stuff or witness that type of stuff. And, you know, and most importantly, I'm practicing what I preach of being an all, you know, female promotion.
No, I completely understand that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit more about you. Can you tell us about Black Ice?
Oh man! Wow, Black Ice. That was my work name. I was in a tag team, you know, called D-Line. You know, my tag team partner was Body Snatcher. We were the D-Line, and you know, we had in my opinion, a very successful, you know, career. You know, got to do a lot of stuff with Ring of Honor and travel, you know, all over the place and went against, you know, people such as, you know, the Briscoes and things like that. And, you know, when we first started out and when we were getting things going, it was, well, a lot of people know it, but a lot of people don't know because I don't really talk about it. It was, you know, myself as Black Ice, it was Body Snatcher, and it was Mia Yim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were the crew. And, you know, early on and stuff like that. And then, you know, Mia just started to do her thing, took off. Very, very proud of what she's accomplished and continue to do. Amazing athlete, amazing worker. So, you know, yeah, that's what it was in the beginning. You know, and having a career and being able to meet so many great people, such as the Briscoe brothers, which are just, the Briscoes are just like, that's what they are. They're basically brothers to me. Love Mark and Jay. Will give, you know, the shirt off my back for those two. Those are literally, you know, my family. And, you know, love those guys to death. So, you know, I would say Black Ice done a lot of things, seen a lot of things. Had a great time when, you know, Black Ice was lacing up the boots. But now that, you know, he hung up the boots, he's also having a great time being behind the scenes, being a promoter and things like that. So, you know, I'm enjoying, you know, what I do right now. I'm having, you know, a blast. I had my moments, my time, and now it's time for, you know, for me to give back and for my girls to go ahead and, you know, make sure they get the flowers that they deserve.
Well, I think you kind of deserve your flowers as well. Just some of the matches, the people you've competed against, but also you have W's on them. You've defeated the Briscoes, the Young Bucks, the world's greatest tag team, and Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, for me, first of all, I appreciate that. For me, you know, I never think of it like that, but, you know, hearing you say that, you know, it's pretty, I'm like, wow, you know, like, yeah, you know, like, wow, that's some pretty damn big names, you know. So, you know, had such a, you know, great time. And, you know, oh, I got a story for you, actually. We talked about wrestling stories, right?
Yeah.
It's not really a story or nothing like that, but I remember that, you know, speaking of Roger Strong, you know, being in the ring with Roger Strong and guys like that, I've never been chopped so hard in my life. Like, Strong hit so hard. I mean, he ripped the flesh off my chest, like completely. I mean, you talk about black and blue, like literally black and blue. I couldn't, when I would get in the shower, I couldn't let the water hit it for like a couple days. Like it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, he's a striker. So, yeah, that brought back some memories. Yeah.
No, I've heard, I believe I heard Daniel Bryan say, I hadn't been in the ring with Roderick Strong for like 14 years. And the minute that he got in the ring, he slapped me so hard that he busted open my chest the first time.
Oh, man. And look, that's another one, who's a hard heart, go getter slash, tough as nails, but strong, man. When he hits, whoo, you bet. I can't even say be ready. There is no getting ready for that. Like you're going to feel the force behind that. So good luck to whoever else is receiving them.
Well, what does it kind of mean to you to having wrestled the Briscoes, winning tag team titles from them, being in the ring with the Young Bucks? Obviously they're vice presidents of AEW right now. World's Greatest Tag Team. They were once the World's Greatest Tag Team. Being in there. What does it mean to you to have that a part of your career?
A lot of people can't say that they worked all three of those teams, and was able to, have some type of success against those teams. Starting off with the Briscoes, they're guys. They're the reason why me and my tag team partner really got into business. They're the reason why we got into business. Because we're brothers as well, and looking at them and seeing what they were doing, we sat back and was like, wow, like this is truly amazing. Like we want to go ahead and we want to do something like this. We already had a plan on doing all that stuff. So they really, blazed the trail, for us to go ahead and do it and be brothers and being able to do, work as a team and things like that. So we looked up to them. Of course, the world's greatest tag team, seeing them, when they were in the WWE, and all they have accomplished as well. They were great, and the Young Bucks, and stuff like that. So when you mention those three teams, wow. That's all I have to say is just like wow. I'm very honored and blessed to be able to share the square circle with those teams. So those are memories that will last with me forever. The battles, that we've been through with them, and what we accomplished and things like that. So very thankful.
What led to you hanging up your boots?
A lot of people go out, when they're extremely old, when they can't really do, too much, or injuries really, really add up. I just wanted to. I've done all that I could do. I felt, and then I had that itch, and I want to do it. I want to do it. Really, what led me to hang up my boots is because I've always wanted to be, a promoter. I wanted to, see what was going on. Like this is something that I've always wanted to do as well. So it was like that time to be a go-getter and figure out, this chapter, of my career. And I could, still, be a professional wrestler and then, fulfill my dream as a promoter. But there's even one or the other. And my heart was leaning so much to being a promoter. And, start my own, promotion and, being able to be, one of the pillars to be able to put women's wrestling, where it deserved to be, and that's on the map. So I wanted to make a difference. My whole thing is, whether I was wrestling or whether I'm being a promoter or booker, anything that I do, I always look to impact and change lives. That's what it's all about for me. I've done everything that I love being, a professional wrestler. But for me to take a chance on me and being like, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. Like, I'm going to do it right now and, fulfill my dream as starting a promotion and have a vision of starting all, female promotion and things like that. And being able to do it is truly living my dream. I've basically done everything that I've always wanted to do. So when I say I'm living the dream, I'm actually living the dream. I have my beautiful family, my beautiful wife, my amazing kids, my brothers, my sisters, parents, everything. I just, I'm doing everything that I've always wanted to do, and to sit back and to see your dream, your vision turn into a reality is heartwarming, and seeing people really love and, invest in the product it's amazing.
So Black Ice is in the freezer currently.
Yeah. He, you know what? But a lot of people's knocking on that door, talking about, hey, you want to come back? Or hey, how about one more run? Or hey, this, that, and this. And I'll be lying to you if I said I haven't thought about it. I'm like, I don't know, And I talked to my brother about it, and we thought about it. But I would say for right now, again, never say never. But for right now, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing as far as like me being a promoter, a booker, and things like that. I'm having fun doing this and being a part of a movement in women's wrestling, and being able to show people and change them, shift the mindsets of people when it comes to female wrestling.
Well, I don't know if you know who Joel Bateman is. He's the promoter of That Notch Down Under. And like in the last year, he kind of took a excursion to America to kind of wrestle for himself. And he did a lot of amazing things being a wrestler and also still being the owner of That Notch Down Under. So, I mean, there is, a balance there that you can do both.
Yeah. But for me, I'm one of those people that to where I have a problem. And what I mean by that, this is my problem. I'm so committed to what I do. I give everything. I mean, literally everything I have into what I do. So to do both, I don't know. I can't give 1,000% to both. Something's gonna have, one will give half and half. Like I'm that type of person. Like, nah, if I can't give it my all, then I don't want to do it because I'm just that type of individual. But again, never say never. But I'm good right now.
Well, you certainly have an amazing life and career for as wrestler and promoter. Let's say that they decided to make a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first three songs on the Marchello wrestling career promoter soundtrack up to this point?
Oh wow! Well, that is a really good question. I think it depends on where we are within the movie. But somewhere in the movie, I gotta definitely add in a little old school. Well, some people's old school, but like you gotta have a little Jay-Z, got a little Jay-Z in there. Man, that's a great question because there's so many great artists out there. You know what I mean? It's like I say some J. Cole. You got to add a little. Again, it depends on where you are in the movie. Are you going to add a little AC/DC in there? A little Metallica in there. a little R&B in there. So it's a mixture of a lot of different things depending on where you are, in the movie. So, mixed into some new stuff, not a lot, but some new stuff that can be added to the soundtrack as well. But I would say start off with that, for now. That was a great question.
No, I think it. A JC and ACDC. That's a visual right there.
Yeah, there you go. You got to mix it up, man. Again, you just never know what you're going to get, and depending on the mood.
All right. Now that we got the soundtrack, who's playing you? And you can't say yourself because you're obligated to do a Stanley-esque cameo.
Who's playing me? Man, anyone with dreads? No, I'm joking. Oh man, that's a tough one. I don't know. I think if somebody would play me, if I had to, we can put a little bit of dreads on them. I would go with. I'm having a brain fart right now. What's the guy who played Creed?
Oh,
the son of Creed.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Why not?
Hey, it's your
Why
movie.
not?
You can cast them.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
And that being said, I mean, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people in your movie, and who would play them?
I like to have, my tag team partner, family member, Sam, body snatcher. He had to be in there. I would have to say, who else would be in there? I have to say my wife. She'll be in it because she plays a crucial part in everything that I do. By being very supportive and things like that, and being my biggest cheerleader, and being able to share a vision with her when there was nothing really there. You know what I mean? But just a vision. It was just a vision, and being able to share that. And she may not understood it, or she understood it, but just was like, oh, okay, how are you going to make that happen? That type of thing, and being able to see things unfold, I think is, awesome, so I have to, bring her in the mix because she's, a huge part of everything that I've accomplished. And as far as, people playing other people, for my brother and my wife, that's I haven't got. I'm very picky, so it's going to take a while on that one. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I'm just more concerned that Michael B. Jordan. I got mine out of the way, so now I got to run through and see them. So that's going to take me some time. So I don't really have a,
Let the director cast it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna leave that in his hand. Leave it in director's hands. You go ahead and take that. That's too much for me right now. I just want to concentrate on this right now.
Alright. Now you've already announced that CCW will be at WrestleMania 40. Why not look for WrestleMania 39, Los Angeles?
You know what? Maybe within a couple years or whatever like that. We'll go to a different spot within wherever Mania is going to be. But right now, in Philly, you can't pass that up with amazing, fans and the atmosphere that it brings here. That's there. You can't pass that up. Philly is Philly, and we want to go ahead and put on for Philly.
So I'm not going to be able to see CCW this WrestleMania.
Not this one. But you know what? I'll say, from Philly on, you never know. You never know. So have you had the opportunity to check out our stuff on Title Match Network, or you had the opportunity to check out our stuff on this YouTube channel?
Primarily the YouTube.
Okay, cool. Well,
But I'd like to see it live.
oh yeah, we would love for you to see it live. Absolutely, we'd love for you to see it live so you can see, everything unfold or whatnot. That'd be awesome.
Definitely. All right, onto a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely. Cheese pizza, pineapple. Oh man. I mean, you know what? I'm not mad at it. I used to eat that a good amount of times. I haven't had it in a long time, and you're giving me ideas. I might go ahead and have that sometime during the week in my chill down moments. So pineapple on pizza. Let's do it. I love it.
All right. What's your spirit Pokemon?
Spirit Pokemon?
Yes.
I don't know. What is yours?
Mine's is Articuno.
And why?
Oh, because he's legendary. He prefers to stay on his island, and he don't like people touching his shit.
Like that. That sounds like somebody who's good in my corner. I like that.
Well, I've had time to think about it, so yeah. All right. Where this question will be asked on a wrestling interview: would you ever consider booking a Rock, not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual Rock to wrestle?
A rock?
Yes.
Never thought of anything like that before. To answer your question, no.
Well, just for context, there's this wrestler named Psycho Mike that wrestled an actual Rock for over 15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match, an Iron Man match that lasted for 2 weeks.
That's pretty impressive. That's pretty. I mean, you gotta. And then what you said his name was?
Psycho Mike.
There you go.
Unfortunately,
Psycho.
Unfortunately, he did not win.
Oh, The Rock got him.
Yes. Well, technically it was his fault, but
man.
he retains the title. So.
Hey, but you know what? Psycho gave everything he had. So that's all that matters. The Rock just showed up that day. Showed up and showed out. So what can you say?
Yes. And we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Thug? THUG.
No, tell me.
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for Jill. Cause a Doug can't spell.
Okay. I mean, I knew the one that Tupac said, but okay. That's why I was like, no. How about you tell me? Because I didn't know, had a different spin on it. Okay.
Well, we love Tracy, trying to keep the memory alive.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to. Good for
where
you.
do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? Continue to, improve each and every single time. No matter if it's a promoter, mentor, booker. I'm always trying to improve. So where do I see myself in 5 years? Doing what I do and helping contribute to help bring women wrestling to the forefront. You know what I mean? If that's like, maybe we do something, come together with some other promotions once a year, female promotions to do that and show everyone that we can do something like that will be a great thing, for me, to see people, being able to work together and support each other, because we're fighting for the same cause, basically.
Right.
So just to see female wrestling, where it's at, and me being able to help out in any way I can to, be a good big part of that, So yeah, that's where I see myself. Still, doing what we do as Capital Championship Wrestling, taking it to a different level and being able to work with others to be able to impact and uh, put women's wrestling in the forefront. So yeah.
And what's a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what CCW is all about?
Man, I mean, if you ask me, I'll say every match. That's available on title match.
That's a good
YouTube
problem to have, though.
I say again?
That's a good problem to have, though.
Yeah, it is a good problem to have. But again, every single match is unbelievable. I think that the my talent, give their blood, sweat, and their tears each and every single time, and go out there and lift the bar higher and higher and higher, and so I'm very thankful for them. I got to give kudos to them. So I would say every single match, whatever you can find on Title Match, network, or Title Match YouTube channel, whatever you can find. Please, feel free to check us out.
All right, so just binge watch everything CCW.
Absolutely. Just binge watch. Yep.
All right, and you can do that soon because we are nearing the conclusion of this interview. We are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom. This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Sure. Yep. I'm ready.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Excluding myself, brother. In my opinion, this is my opinion, right? So I'm gonna go with Arn Anderson. I'm a big Arn Anderson, type of guy.
Cannot be mad at that. Love Arn Anderson. Worst wrestler.
No comment.
Would you like our default answer?
Yeah.
You have chosen Eva Marie.
Oh my goodness! I didn't choose that. You did.
No, you chose it. It was you chose the default. It's Eva Marie.
But I didn't say it.
Fair enough. You're booking the main event of WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who are the 2 combatants?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people to choose from, right? So I mean, obviously, I'm gonna go with Roman. Putting those titles on the line, and if I had to choose somebody else, somebody who I've always respected and absolutely love when they allow this individual to be themselves, is Kevin Owens.
Sweet. Alright, you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present. Who would it be?
Triple H.
Which one?
The one with Motorhead.
There's 2 with Motorhead. The Game or King of Kings?
The Game.
There you go.
The Game. Actually, to be honest with you, that's my favorite wrestler of all time. So, I mean, I did say Arn Anderson, and I'm sticking with Arn Anderson. But if I could pick 2, Triple H would be one as well.
Triple H doesn't necessarily get the love that he maybe necessarily deserves sometimes.
He's always been my favorite, to be honest with you. Always. So, but I went old school. And I'm sticking with that. But Triple H is definitely my guy.
All right. Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is.
I'm not gonna say dead, even though a lot of people want to say that. It's still alive, barely.
We also would have accepted taste great on toast.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go.
Squash. Fruit or vegetable?
Vegetable.
It's a fruit. Tomato.
Did you say squash? Oh, okay. I got it. Okay, yeah. Oh, damn.
Tomato logic, my friend. But you are a part of Squash Squad now, and that means a hell of a lot more.
Yes.
New Japan wrestler Tai Chi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
No comment on that. I don't get into that. Again, yeah, no comment on that one. I'm gonna pass.
And the main event, the last question, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
That will be a red hot negative. No.
And that is the correct answer. That will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
No, I thank you so much for your love, your support. That you have been showing Capital, that you guys have been showing Capital Championship Wrestling. I really appreciate it, and like I say all the time, without you guys, the fans, the podcasters, the interviewers, stuff like that, we wouldn't be anything. So I would like to thank you for all of your hard work that you put in to your show and all that you do. And again, all the love and support that you show. So I appreciate it. And thank you very much.
I appreciate that as well. We're always going to go hard and support our girl Becca.
Yeah, the pop star, extremely talented, and again, she's a star. So again, you never know. Becca could be walking away, the new network champion, or she may just fall to Vita Von Starr. You just never know. But Becca, it's gonna be a battle because Becca's pissed.
That is for sure. We could both agree on that. Where can we find you on social media and everything Capital Championship Wrestling on social media as well?
Well, me, period, like I said before, in the beginning, on Twitter and Instagram, we're at CCW Action. You can go ahead and give us a follow, give us a shout out. We tend to, I definitely make sure I get back to people because I think that's extremely important, interacting with the fans and, being able to, show them how much, that we appreciate them, as well. You can find us on, YouTube. Just go ahead and type in Capital Championship Wrestling. We should pop right up. You can find us on Title Match Network. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Title Match Network. You can find their matches, some matches of Capital Championship Wrestling on Title Match YouTube channel. You just go in there, type in Title Match. Should come right up and look for, Capital Championship Wrestling, and you should be able to see something and check us out.
Hey, and you don't even have to type it into your Google machine. All of those links will be in the description of the video below for on YouTube and Castbox. You've been listening to him for a little over an hour. Give him a damn follow. Support all things Capital Championship Wrestling.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And, thank you.
Oh, for sure. We try to give back as much as we can as well. Um,
Absolutely.
of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment on YouTube Castbox. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for another incredible interview. Um, of course, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Um, Follow us on Twitter at Wrestling with E for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. And at Wrestling with E on Instagram as well. You can follow me personally at JamesJ993. You can follow Scooter at Scooter Dust, and on the Remix, the only live alternative commentary for WWE PLEs, including myself and Ryan Dust. Alright, Marcello, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Got you.
For our very special guest, Marchello Squirewell, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling Wit.
Entertainment.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.